Condo sales in some major Canadian markets are continuing to drop to lows not seen in decades. It has some condo owners looking to offload their properties, worried that things will only get worse.
Last June, rental prices in Brampton did something we haven't seen in a long time. Two-bedroom units dropped 4.8% year over year. And that wasn't a one-off. It came right on the heels of a massive 9.5% drop the month before. If you own rental property here, you know this isn't just a cooling off period. We are watching the collapse of the investor-driven market in real time. We're seeing luxury homes, the ones that were supposed to be recession-proof cash cows, just sitting there, empty. Average time on market has ballooned to 55 days. This didn't happen by accident. It's the perfect storm of disappearing international students, the foreign buyer ban, and a moment where everyone collectively realized the math just doesn't work anymore. Let's look at how we got here. For a long time, Brampton was the cheat code for rental income. The plan was basically buy a condo or a townhouse, rent it out to students or newcomers, and wait for the cash to hit your account. It was almost too easy. RE/MAX even confirmed that students and newcomers were basically the engine for this whole market. But then, the federal government pulled the plug. In November 2025, they announced that international student permits will be slashed by 49% for 2026. We're going from 305,000 students down to just 155,000 for the entire country. The goal? Getting temporary residents down to under 5% of the population by 2027. When half of your potential tenants disappear overnight, your business model doesn't just slow down, it breaks. If you are banking on students to pay $2,000 or more every month, you're in a very tough spot right now, especially with the foreign buyer ban extended until 2027, which effectively cut off the overseas capital that was fueling these purchases in the first place. When you look at the actual stats, the pressure is everywhere. By June 2025, one-bedroom rents were down 4.1%. Two bedrooms, like I mentioned, fell nearly 5%. And remember, this was after December 2024 saw a 7.1% crash in a single month. That was the biggest drop in all of Ontario. It's bleeding into the sales market, too. Average home prices in Brampton fell from over $1 million in 2024 to about $903,000 by January of this year. That's a 10% haircut. Sales are down about 13%, while listings are up nearly 20%. Why? Because investors are panicking and trying to offload their underperforming properties all at once. We went from homes selling in days to a 55-day average. If you're trying to sell a luxury property over $1.8 million, you might be waiting months. Even vacancy rates, which have been under 3% for a decade, are spiking over 4% in areas near colleges. The CMHC confirmed what we're seeing on the ground. The students are gone, and the landlords are left holding the bag. Here's the part most people missed. The foreign buyer ban wasn't just a headline. It actually choked off the money for new construction. Developers usually need to hit 70 or 80% in pre-sales to get their financing, and without foreign investors, a lot of those projects are just stuck. In Brampton, RE/MAX is seeing local investors dump inventory just to get out from under the debt. Between tighter mortgage rules, higher capital gains taxes, and the uncertainty in the local trucking industry, even domestic buyers are staying on the sidelines. First-time buyers are seeing rents drop and deciding there's no reason to rush into a mortgage. As one RE/MAX report put it back in November, the urgency has evaporated. That's a polite way of saying the FOMO is dead. This isn't just about investors losing money, though. It's a massive housing problem. Brampton added 250,000 people in the last 10 years, but CMHC data shows we only built 744 purpose-built rental units in that entire decade. That is a staggering failure of planning. Even with prices dropping, people are still stuck in overcrowded basements or illegal suites because there just isn't enough actual housing. Look at the gap. A two-bedroom condo in 2024 averaged nearly $2,700. While a purpose-built rental with rent control was $1,922. That's a $778 difference for basically the same living space. It's a mess for everyone involved. If you're following this market, hit subscribe I'm tracking these data points daily to show you what's actually happening on the ground. As we sit here in February 2026, Brampton is officially a buyer's market. It's been a long time since we could say that. There are more homes for sale than people willing to buy them. The luxury market is the toughest. If you're listing something over $2 million, you need perfect staging and a very realistic price tag, or it's just going to sit. Most are sitting for at least 55 days. Economists are telling us not to expect a V-shaped recovery. With immigration targets lower and that foreign buyer ban locked in for another year, the growth is going to be slow. RE/MAX is predicting maybe a 2% price increase and a 4% rise in sales for the rest of 2026, but that's a far cry from the frenzy we used to see. The market flipped almost overnight. The rental goldmine dried up, investors are bailing, and the city that was the hottest market in the GTA is now a cautionary tale. Whether you're a homeowner or a renter, it's a reminder of how fast things change when the fundamentals shift. We'll be watching to see if this is the new normal or just a very long winter for Brampton real estate.